Welcome back once more to the peaceful land of Equestria. At least the heartland has been pacified. The lunar, cultists maybe, have been dealt with. We have lost many a pony, and now we are returning back to the state where we was. We are demobilizing the economy. We have brought all our troops into areas of high supply, so no longer do our poor ponies have to starve. Like my brain is starving for clear sentences. And we already got a great event, so give me a sec to read over it first. A new beginning. In a cafe within Canterlot, two mares sat at a table across from each other, each with a cup of coffee. Much like the other patrons, they talked while slowly enjoying their drinks. Most ponies not even noticed them. The few that did, however, couldn't help but stare at least occasionally glances at the pair enjoying their day. After all, it wasn't often that a pony got to see a princess of Equestria and one of the highest ranking officers of the Equestrian army. I'm so glad we both could find our time in our schedules to meet here, Twilight said to Sunset, who nodded wordlessly. I wanted to see you more often. We met in Mariposa, but with the war, I was just too busy to even get a chance. Same, Sunset agreed, putting down her coffee. Nightmare Moon and her forces never took a break. And neither could we. Prince Blueblood and I had contests on whom could put longer all-nighters. She leaned in conspiratorially. I think he might be jealous on how I won all the time. They both shared a laugh. Sunset, you know you don't have to keep doing this if you don't want to, right? Twilight suddenly asked, her face more serious. I know I put you a lot on you, asking you to fill Luna's old role. But now that we've defeated Nightmare Moon, you can always go back to your old life. I mean, I don't want you to feel like you have to do this for me or anything. Twilight, the princess paused to look at her friend, who was staring at her. Don't worry about it. Telling the truth, I wasn't really enjoying my old life. Here, leading armies, I finally have a purpose, doing something for Equestria. I can help make up for everything I've done, rather than just stand around and watch other ponies do everything. Suddenly Sunset smirked. Besides, it's nice knowing I've probably saved Equestria more times than you have by now. Twilight reached over to punch Sunset's shoulder before the two laughed again. Well, as long as you know what you want to keep leading, Twilight said, her spirit much lighter again. Sunset nodded, right before she got a devious look, one that Twilight was almost afraid of. Hey, since you said I'm taking Luna's place, do you think I'll get to become an alicorn too? Sunset smirked in a clearly teasing tone. I know I don't exactly have the most moon-related cutie marks, but I think I could do a pretty good job with this whole protecting ponies' dreams thing. Now it was Twilight's turn to smirk, barely keeping a full smile off her face. We'll see, Sunset. Yes, we will see how this develops. Ooh, I can build something. More research. Gimme. The Social Union. Today, Vassals of the Supreme Soviet announced that they are creating an international organization, Socialist Union. Okay, is this Stalingrad? Nope. It's the Kingdom of Wingbardi, maybe. Who knows? But that's supremacist. Where are the socialists hiding out? I don't know. Oh, maybe it's the commune over here. Or Las Vegas. Or Pegasus. I don't build any medium tanks. I know. I don't build any carrier planes. I know. And it will continue to be thus. And now it is time to eradicate the democracy. Bureaucracy. I'm sorry. Also, I'm invading the southern lands. And Las Vegas has joined the Southern Union, as far as I know. Yeah, Las Pegasus, they have joined a confederation. Which is a problem because now both of them won't return into the fold. Unless we war them into. Which I don't plan on doing. So as long as you don't start any trouble around the neighborhood, we're good. The civilian administration has shown to be completely unadjusted to the harsh realities of warfare. We must militarize the administration and local governments to help the war efforts and calm the home front. The military will join civilians for the time of war. Yep. No. Both need to work together. That being said, we are pretty much down here. What do we got? World tensions, all ponies, changeling war, the end of civil war. The War of Two Sisters will be, and we can reunite. Takes a whole lot of time, and I'm still not closer to finishing anything over here, which actually is quite annoying to me. All this we could never do anything with, but, well, we gotta clean up at home. As far as we know, we don't get justified on. And as long as this doesn't change in the next 20 days or so, we should end this focus before they start declaring on us again. Yes, it is again. So it's time to reinforce our borders again. Have I said again? Oh, and there it is. Nightmare Moon followers in the south. We defeated our main enemy, Nightmare Moon herself, but the fight for her continues in the rebellious regions of the south. We need to put an end to the dark schemes and never again let the shadow fall over Equestria. We joined the Celestial State in their war against others. Now we got military access and we are once again at war. And this time we are at war with... We don't get shown it. Maybe a save and reload is in order. Let's see if we can smash into... Well, we can move into, but we don't see the war. Crystal Empire wants to land lease or something. Yes, please. I can use pretty much everything. That was a bit of magical research, because there is factory output. Do we get one or both? Because I don't see an exclusion point, but yeah, let's go for industry. And I'm going for a reload, because the UI seemed to have bugged out by the nature of joining a war via event. There we go. The United Pony Alliance is at war with the Disciples of the Night. However, I noticed something quite strange. We haven't joined our wars up. We have a war and they have a war, so... kind of funky, but alright. Let's smash on down south and go east and make this as fast as possible, since supply is pretty horrible down there. Unless you are willing to give me military access, or... You know what should be there? Some sort of supply access, you know? Being allowed to use their railways to navigate our supplies from one place to the other. Oh, well, can't have everything. How's the airfield looking? The airfield. There are almost no airfields. But there's one, so let's use it. Las Pegasus offers to trade for food. Matters in the nation of Las Pegasus don't seem to be improving. From the looks of it, their food situation grows more and more precarious by the day. Bad harvests, poor food logistics, and a lack of arable land seem to be the main culprit of their current famine. But what it lacks in food, the Republic of Las Pegasus makes up for in industrial power. A large industrial center pre-Civil War. Their economy has only grown larger and larger, and their leader appears more than willing to trade some of that production might, in turn, for some of our food. Shall we trade? Yes, we help them out. They are rivals now in a faction with the South. However, the South seems to be, well, neutral. They aren't happy about the bisons, but as long as the bisons are with us, I'm pretty sure we can go through. We almost won the war in the south. We got their capital. They are close to capitulation. But we need a few more victory points, and we will probably find them down here in the south. I try to move some troops down south where they can get resupplied in the, well, in the supplied area, because this is all deadly jungle. We lose so many ponies to attrition. It's not even, well, it's never funny, but now it's really, really bad. Let's hope we can do something here. Yeah, we gotta move over the bridge. That's a problem, and supply is getting even worse. A savage enter a savage country. Southern pleasantries. When the southern ponies broke away from the motherland, they were like rats fleeing a sinking ship. The nation had fallen, and they have been awfully quick to remind everyone who will listen. But things have changed. The Confederacy, for better or worse, was always going to have to deal with their northern neighbors and former comrades at some point, in an attempt to avoid the inevitable conflict and revengeism that comes from bad blood. The Southerners approached the winners of the Great Schism with an offer of friendship. Not repatriation, mind you. Friendship as among equals. What their former masters will make of that remains to be seen. Try to be neighborly. And we actually can't really make any gains. The supplies are that bad. Even if we try, we can't just get over the river.
Ponies, fire!
So let's hold it and try to go around them. Maybe we can find a way past the river and come from behind. And also maybe we can finally cut them down here, because our supply depot has been built. I would love to build some more, but I, for one, need all my production now on the border with the changelings. Start building up some land ports. I need to increase naval port security in case of naval invasion. But luckily, all the, well, loss of land towards other fractured spaces means we have less to defend in case we get attacked. So yeah, supply looking better and better. We soon get all the trucks we need to at least get all the supplies across that we have right now. And you, could you, for the love of all that's holy to you, get this done. And I just skipped up over the peace deal. That was bad of me, I'm sorry. But, wait, now they invaded our puppeted country? Oh no, it's up in north. They got it? I thought I created a puppet down there. Oh well, we got a few lands back. The Aztecs took some land as well. We now gotta return to a place where there's actually supplies. So let's go back here before we lose any more ponies. We have a supply line down south. if we have to join our friends against the socialist aggressors, we probably will do this. Although it will once again be a horrible experience due to the great supply availability. Anti-war publications. With our army bravely fighting the enemy, some of the leading national publications have started to print pacifist messages urging to end the war immediately. This of course does not help the war effort. Freedom of press is one of the tenets of Equestrian society, but perhaps it's time for extraordinary measures. The media cannot be shackled. Well, we are no longer in a war, so this shouldn't really do much to us. What can we do? Have we gone to war economy? No. So we would go back down to early mobilization. But you know, as long as I don't get any negative events, as long as there's no timer running, I will stay partially mobilized, since we are very much still under threat. Oh, look at this supply. Well, look at the lack of supply, rather. Alright, let's deal with it. We need a supply depot in the middle of the jungle. And we need a railway junction also just straight through the jungle. And there's already a supply depot, so scratch that. Just need a railway. And let's put her up top. Start with the coastal ports. This might? No, it's not. I don't think we gotta land it up over here at the moment, so let's get on with it. The Southrons bearing gifts. The South, determined to leverage its resources to secure its place in the sun, offers the northern neighbors a new treaty. Friend or not, everyone needs oils. The world has changed, and with it changes what is and is not essential. 100 years ago, the oil in the state wasn't worth that much. Nowadays, it's obviously vital for everything from industry to defense. I should have read this before instead of just going for it. The northern victors need that oil. Everyone does. They give us oil and we just, be friends with them. By the way, what have we lost in terms of resources? Completely forgot the resource map. Oh yeah, there's quite a lot of oil, but we could always get it from the chiefdom, so all we get is those 12 little drops of oil, so not that much. We got rubber and we got tungsten, so whatever I grabbed down here was really worth it. Alright, let's make a deal. If push comes to shove, we can always join a war against the changelings. Nah, can't we? Because your friends in Vancouver will surely be on the front line. And get some nice little aggression pushes from our, well, buggy friends. How's it looking? I want more agents. And I want to become the spy master. I want all the ponies to be my spies. Alright, what can we do? Industry. Monthly population plus 10%. Resources to market minus 10. Research speed. Supply hub construction. That's actually amazingly useful for us. Or it would have been. a while ago, so let's go for this. I tend to forget my military, my political power, and then I get screwed. Long day in weather. Don't care. And you know what? This time I don't have to go over. We have achieved, well, not really peace in the south, but we weeded out the final cultists. We made, well, some sort of peace deal with our southern neighbors. Oh no, Las Pegasus is friends with them. Then Hoover was friends with nobody. But we are already friends with... Why do they hate us? Hostility? We are freaking amazing to you. Why don't you like us? Hostility. We have not claimed your territory, you have seceded. And unless I give up those claims, there's nothing I can do to make you friendly, so deal with it. And you all, good night, stay safe, and bye-bye.